Hey, buddy. I had one more thought before I go to sleep tonight. I didn't vote for neither Biden nor Trump. Certainly wouldn't vote for Kamala Harris and that utter dickweed Tim Walz. I haven't found a candidate that I like for a long time. But here's my thought. Yes, I'm glad we're going after Somali criminals in Minnesota. And Trump has got a big heart on for Maduro in Venezuela, and he's going to bomb Iran now because they're criminals, right? They're bad people and thievery. Well, you know what? It's only been 10 years since they're talking about great amounts of criminality and theft, and they're making like a huge statement and concept of it. But the biggest theft in America in the history of the world is not Venezuelans, nor Iranians, or North Koreans, or anybody outside. The biggest theft, and I'm sure that Trump, both the Republicans and the Democrats, and their cronies and their supporters, the biggest theft in America, we've forgotten how many trillion, 4 trillion, that was stolen by the gangsters at Wall Street. That is the biggest theft, and there was no prosecutions. No, I think they got one guy from India, as I recall. Every big shot in America, every big money boy, looted the country, and through the entire world economy in turmoil, hundreds of thousands of people lost their homes or businesses. The suffering was immense around the world. So you got to wonder. One of the main tactics in politics: look over, look over, look. Don't look at us. Look at all the bad people on terrorism. There's terrorists everywhere. It's just a straw man, something they put up to keep you distracted while they rob you. And the biggest source of criminal fraud in the world is U.S. military contracting. There is no bigger source of fraud than the weapons they make that don't work and the gross overcharges. And trust me, I go on and on. You want to hear it? I did a college paper on that very exact topic. A good book to follow is The High Priest of Waste by A. Ernest Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald supervised the avionics on the FB-111. No, FB-111. Then he did a lot of work on the C-5A Galaxy, and also I believe he did scrutiny on the Minuteman 1, I don't know, 1, 2, or 3, don't matter, don't care. When Fitzgerald exposed all the criminality and they call it revolving door, Pentagon generals go from the Pentagon right to work for Northrop or General Dynamics or Lockheed Martin, and of course, hey, we got a jet, we got a weapon system. Oh, does it work? No, not very good. Oh, we love it. Wink, wink. I'm a 4-star, and pretty soon I'll be unemployed. I can sure use be on your board of directors. So the only rule in politics that is sacrosanct is follow the money. Trust me, the biggest crooks are not outside our borders. We get sometimes these orgies of patriotism. I know I'm a veteran. Thank you for service. Oh, fuck you. Thank you, my service. Thank you very much. Thank you, too. It wasn't no fun. Give me a second. Sorry to be so rude. What short memories we have. We were fully aware that Saddam Hussein did not have any involvement in the bombings of 9/11. There's absolutely no doubt about that. It was a criminal act to destroy Iraq, kill hundreds of thousands of people. That was criminal, that was terrorist. The United States has no problem with terrorists. Look up Jose Posada Carillas. He's the guy that bombed a Cuban airliner. He's one of our boys. The CIA has connections. Read what the hell is it called? Read Noam Chomsky. The Washington Connection, and him and Edward Herman also wrote The Real Terror Network to contrast one of the Terror Network by some woman. The big nations do wholesale terror. Remember back in the Algerian War when the French were trying to keep hold of Algeria? They caught an Algerian guy who was bombing French cafes, and I said, you fucking coward, you have dynamite in a backpack. He said, well, you know what? Give me some Mirages, and I will use a backpack, fool. The big nations are the biggest terrorists in the world, not the little guys, not the jerk off with a AK or a hand grenade. It's called wholesale terror, industrial terror on a grand scale. Okay, that's my thought for tonight. Be aware that the government sets agendas and sets distractions for you to look at. Remember, I think there's been so many, I mean, I can't even count them. I remember when Bush, we got to invade. Noriega was our boy for years and years and years, CIA agent. But suddenly Bush, he lost that election anyway. I think it was 92. My memory's fading. I'm getting older. But Bush suddenly had to invade Panama. And Clinton pulled the same. They all do it. People automatically rally around the president. It's automatic. And if you question war, you're not a patriot. And that's how they rob you. They shouldn't call the Defense Department. They should call the War Department is what it is. And don't think for a minute that Boeing, Lockheed Martin, General Electric, Westinghouse, IBM, Grumman, the list, I've got the list talks about the top 100 military contractors are the same as top 100 in industry. GM, Ford. A good point. Secretaries of Defense, they traditionally come from industry. Edwin Wilson was from GM. Rob McNamara from Ford. Weinberger and George Shultz from Bechtel. The people that run the wars are profiteers. Who's that crook? Dick Cheney? Halliburton? Halliburton, of course, had buku big contracts in Vietnam. Excuse me. In every situation politically, look for who wins and who loses, who gains enormous profits, and who gets fucked. That'll tell you what happened in Iraq. Iraq was not about terrorism. Iraq was about going in and taking Iraq oil, of course, popularizing war, lavish. I believe we were thinking about that time of cutting the defense budget. Oh, hell no. Iraq was loved and promulgated and fomented by the military-industrial complex which exists. Remember what Eisenhower said? People want peace so badly that someday the government got to get out of the way and give it to them. The other quote was, the unwarranted influence of the military-industrial complex is both bad and bad. Ike was a good man. Best Republican that ever existed. Okay, I'll end it. This video's going along. Follow the money. See who wins and who loses. You don't think Israel is involved in 9/11, you're a fool. You have to be terrifically naive. It's my contention that Israel, I forget who they worked with, Israel, the CIA, they're the ones that caused all the jets to be grounded that day. Just coincidentally, there was some kind of stand down the same day or day before 9/11 hit. So when the jets was quite likely were sent, all Boeing's Lufthansa deactivated. All Boeing aircraft have a unit electronic inside it that they can be piloted from a third party. Come on, remember the towers? Bam, 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 bam. They don't fall. There are reinforced steel. Reinforced steel, the melting point is over 2,000, I think 1,500, 2,000 degrees. It's impossible for those buildings to fall like pancakes. That was controlled demolition, probably done by Mossad and other contractors. It's not very difficult. Use your common sense. When a situation happens and people are getting all hot and bothered and all rallying behind the president or the government or the big industrialists, you're being manipulated. Trust me. Just follow the money. Wish you all safe and a blessing, and I hope we stay out of war as a veteran. I have friends got hurt bad in Vietnam. My stepdad's son was a ski patrol in Italy. My brother Jimmy, 82nd Airborne. My grandparents worked in the war effort. My dad was National Guard. Ain't shit, National Guard. Greg Burke, U.S. Coast Guard. Allen, Air Force. Freddie Champagne, the big red one. Salute to all you guys, man. You got those anti-war people I know, the most radical anti-war people I know are veterans. Because we've seen from the inside. We've seen the waste. When I was in Germany, we had to keep oil for our truck, straight 40, something like that. We had 55-gallon drums. And the Army's so stupid we couldn't get a barrel pump. So we put it on an elevated platform. And what we did has a bit, like 2-inch bung and like a 1-inch bung. Supposed to go into a stinger. But instead, we were so sloppy and so wasteful that we took the barrels and you roll them to one side or the other until one bung became exposed and go bloop, bloop, bloop. And the mouth of your pitcher was too small to catch it. We also drained our motor oil in the parking lot in Frankfurt directly into the soil. Most military bases are now Superfund sites. And of course, anytime a big company does a huge amount of pollution, that's really good, a wink wink. My brother-in-law Paul used to do remediation of toxic waste sites. They use it like ARCO in Richland, Washington, the nuclear waste site dump. ARCO did, whoever built our nukes back that time did a huge amount of deadly toxic in ditches. The same companies that do the poison get paid to clean it up. Follow the money. See who wins, see who loses, see who benefits. And don't believe, my last quote, and this is, in war, the first casualty is always the truth. The media coverage in Iraq was just a fucking disgrace. I've been in a lot of war zones, Nicaragua, El Salvador, Mexico, Haiti, etc. And they have embedded. Remember, during Iraq, any media coverage had to be censored by the generals. The generals will take your tape out of your camera, look at it, say, no, and then go, that shows us in a bad light. In war, the first casualty is always the truth. Goodbye and God bless. Patrick Young, U.S. Army, social science teacher, English, Spanish, history, government, world culture, 43 countries outside the United States for a good 10 years. 17 years Philippines, Vietnam, Laos, twice, Cambodia, Singapore, Malaysia, India, etc. Mongolia, China, I won't go on, I'll just bore you. So, God bless for putting up my shit for the last few minutes. Good night, everybody.